What's good, y'all? The Iceman, legend in the NBA. Now all of a sudden in this new age, it's like he didn't exist. You're going to hear a lot of opinions on why Caleb Williams, after one good run, should be the Iceman. Let's get into it.
I mean, I can see that.
I don't know. I have a hard time just because, again, the marketability just wasn't there with Gervin because he wasn't ever the face of the league. He wasn't in contention for the face of the league, and he wasn't an NFL quarterback. Caleb Williams is more marketable than George Gervin.
We're going to stop right there early. We early in the game. He sound like an idiot. He wasn't around. He wasn't born. Did his dad not teach him? Did he not have uncles? Does he not know how sweet the finger roll was? There was commercials in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the 80s. What is he talking about? We're talking about a scoring champ here. We're talking about the Slim Reaper before there was a Slim Reaper. 6'7", 150 pounds, jumper, smooth as silk, athletic, could dunk, but chose the finger roll first because it was so sweet and unstoppable. What are you talking about? The marketability wasn't there. He has one of the most iconic posters in NBA history. What is wrong with these younger people? And I don't want to do the bias thing, but do your research before you comment. Let's get back to it.
With the Iceman stuff. So I can't really hate on him for like he can get nail polish sponsorships and you know, and he's a quarterback. So naturally they're just more marketable than a guy in the NBA that is really good, a perennial first team all NBA kind of guy, but not MVP caliber.
And for all who don't know, George Gervin averaged 25 points a game over a 14-year career. He averaged over 30 twice, 29 once. And in terms of face of the league or MVP, he finished second in MVP voting in 77-78, second in 78-79, third in 79-80, fifth in 80-81, and sixth in 81-82. First team all 5 years. Do your homework.
Not, finals MVP type of NBA champion pedigree, like all of those types of things that you have to be with a Magic, a Bird, a nickname that holds weight and withstands the test of time. George Gervin isn't that, unfortunately.
Is
and
he
Caleb
a punk
Williams
for trying
could
to
be.
step in?
Is he a punk for trying to step? It's like at this big age, bro,
my thing.
you gotta let the kids have it. Like you still yelling at people playing on your front yard.
Yeah, but hold on. You talking about somebody's legacy though. Like, so we gotta start speaking as if the guy like a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. He is.
So let's speak about him like the Hall of Fame. So like when you saying that, like he earned that. I earned the right to speak on my name.
Yeah,
he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So maybe he wasn't the MVP like you talked about and all that, but he's a Hall of Famer. Yo, I would be one of the best players that ever played the sport. So if I have a problem with somebody representing my name, why not? Because Caleb ain't doing none of that stuff yet. You talking about the marketing and all that. I think he has the potential to get the MVPs, but he doesn't have them yet.
Yeah.
So, yes, I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he's saying either. Like, I'm not in the middle. I'm just the realist. I just keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
And the problem is, George Gervin, you should have did your business the right way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I do feel you about speaking on, hey, man, I don't want nobody representing my name because I've earned that name. But on the Caleb side, it's like, look, I respect that OG. Now, I could say, no, because you earned it. But then again, you ain't do the right business part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And,
you should have trademarked your name, so I won't have to do that. Because I want to become the Iceman now.
Yeah. Yeah. And if we keeping it a bean where I'm with Shady is like, do your business.
Do your
'Cause
business.
Trademarking takes time and it takes money. A lot of it.
Yeah.
My trademark attorney be hitting me up once a month. Hey, had to file for this because Speakeasy, this is taken. Can you use Speakeasy that? Okay, you want me to file for all of these things? You want me to file for print, TV, radio? You want me to file for podcast? You want me so you can't just do your business.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do your business, somebody else is going to. So
right.
where I'm with Shady is like, you better. I would have been much easier as we trying to build this studio out, hire talent, buy all these cameras so y'all watching it. I wanted to skate. Man, let me not trademark this joint, bro. Let me not launch Speakeasy, and then before you know it, somebody else pop up
down
with
the
Speakeasy,
street.
and you know what I'm saying? It's like handle your business.
All right. in terms of doing the business, we know this was during the 70s and 80s, right? So a lot of hip hop artists go through this where they don't know the legalities. They don't know the future impact. They don't know that stuff. They don't own their masters and this and that. So that's the case with George Gervin, but that's a different conversation. We're talking about cultural impact, and we're talking about how our culture tends to downplay, disrespect what happened before them as though nothing happened before them. We don't celebrate our greats like we should. Some of them we do. The other ones we throw out unless they're at the top of the heap. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the point here. It's Caleb's insensitivity to what preceded him and the blatant disregard. And then the other one is like Jamil Hill, who I got a lot of respect for. She always represents the community well. She always stands for the right issues and things. And for her to put on her platform or to retweet something that says, you'd have to send me to Guantanamo Bay to admit publicly that I don't know who George Gervin is. And she covers all sports and is very knowledgeable. And how could you not be aware of the commercials in the 80s, of the commercials in the 90s, of the commercials in the 2010s when he was passing the torch to D Wade and as the next great? How do you not know this stuff? I don't understand it. So there should be a test, like an entrance exam before you start talking. You should have to have certain relevant information in your mind before you can speak intelligently about what's going on. You got to have some type of historical context, something. You don't need to know everything, but damn. So let me know what y'all think, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Until next time, it's your boy Dell. We out.